I literally just posted a video about how sinister this whole kit thing seems to me. Let's first of all discover and talk about obviously the kits that they're giving us. Rediscover your roots with The Sims 4 is the title of the news post. The Sims 4 Greenhouse Haven and Basement Treasure Kit. They're not like bad ideas, I feel. I enjoy the idea of both. My very first video on my YouTube channel was actually a build that had a greenhouse, and it was an important part of the build, and it had bees inside it. And I have played with it and it was fine, because I thought it was going to be scary, but it was actually not too bad. I'll pop that in somewhere and it will be in the description, but it was my very first video, so be kind. And so I'm excited about this. I love greenhouses. I think they are cool. If I could, and it was like sort of in the middle of nowhere, I would live in a greenhouse. So I'm excited about that. The basement treasure kits, I've been building basements lately, but mainly to raise things up from the basement. Let's have a look, and I will have, I'm sure, more comments. So simmers. So. It's time to take a deep breath. You're home. I am indeed. I'm home. From an idyllic plant playhouse fit for a gardening lover to a basement hangout full of loved furniture passed down throughout the years. Why am I speaking in the voice of Agatha Crumplebottom from my Let's Play? I don't know. Let's try a different one. Now is the perfect time to create your escape from the busy world in The Sims 4. With The Sims 4 Greenhouse Haven and Basement Treasure Kits, 2 kits, players will have the opportunity to create well-loved spaces that are bright, open, and bursting with greenery, or filled with lived-in furniture and sentimental decor. I'm sure it's decor. Get ready to design spaces that feel perfectly at home. I feel like maybe, you know, greenhouse outside of home, although you can make it part of the home, basement sort of at the bottom. I don't know how this is like why we're selling this as a home thing, but okay, that's a thing. I like the direction that Sims 4 is going with a lot of plant stuff. So like, you know, with eco lifestyle and with gardening, the generally gardening and greenery and plants, or the kit, the blooming kit. I like that because plants are pretty. Plants are great. I cannot keep anything in real life for the life of me alive. That was a lot of living in that sentence. So therefore, it's actually like fantastic that I can do that in The Sims 4, because the big part and the big sell point for playing The Sims 4 is that you can do things that you can't do in real life or too bad at doing, like keeping plants alive. So I like that idea. I mean, it looks cool. We've got some hanging plants more that are like wall plants. I like those. I like these lights. They're cool. They're interesting. There's obviously some counter spaces and stuff. There's some clutter. Love me some clutter. More gardening. That is awesome. We did actually try to predict what the kits are going to be, and gardening was one of the choices, but my viewers and my subscribers did not go for the gardening one. I feel like it was maybe the boring choice. That we were sort of thinking, you know, it's obvious that it's gardening because of the little shovel. Like, that's what I was thinking, at least. So there's no point in voting for that one because it was going to be obvious. A plant playhouse for any gardening lover. The Sims 4 Greenhouse Haven kit provides a sim with a serene retreat from the hustle and bustle of the busy world. Fair. Sims can create a peaceful and serene greenhouse in their home with lively and versatile gardening decor. Awesome. From weaving their way through a cluttered greenhouse to relaxing alone among the foliage, the Sims 4 Greenhouse Haven kit has something for every sim with or without a green thumb in this new dedicated gardening space. Sims can design the greenhouse of their dreams with beautiful glass pane windows and doors that fit together seamlessly. We shall see about that. In the gardening house, Sims can decorate their space with a plethora of gardening objects, including starter seedlings, stacks of pots, a planting table, hanging flowers, baskets, and more. I mean, yeah, that looks awesome. I mean, there's like, there's obviously some pots and cluttery things, and I like that. That's a cool clutter object to have. Okay, and the second one we're getting, find your comfort in a passed down and well-loved. Yeah. That goes a bit with the theme of growing together. Like, I feel like that ties in, because growing together, we have those boxes, obviously, that are passed on. There's a generational sort of feeling to things being in the basement and being passed on, or then being kind of refurbished. But let's see what this says. The Sims 4 Basement Treasure Kit encourages Sims to create the classic hand-me-down basement room, challenging Sims to deviate from the pristine and embrace the imperfect with grungy and aged decor. I can't say this word. From grandma's old worn furniture to thrifting finds, every piece has a story and potential for new life. Sims can return home and relax in their favorite spot on worn, torn, and well-loved chairs or couches from the past. Life is for living.
No way.
And Sims can walk down memory lane with a milk crate crate of vinyl records. Nice. Old trophies and family photos, worn trunks, and more. I am mostly excited about the crate of vinyl records. There it is. That is cool. That is cool. Retro. I don't like maybe necessarily the idea of worn down. I don't need that particularly in my life. I think it's maybe nice to have a kit like that because we do sort of sometimes do a bit of a grungy build or want to do like a squat build or whatever. And it's nice to have those items to be able to do that, but it's not something that I do like on a daily basis in my Sims game. So therefore, I don't know if that's something that I would necessarily love, but it's good to have. From stains to soils and everyday wear and tear, there is comfort in the flawed, passed down and lived in. Items like an older model TV still functioning but not in its prime, and dusty trinkets add to the grungy space, with these lived in items creating a comfortable basement. I mean, the thing is, a basement can be anything you want it to be. It doesn't necessarily have to be worn down, but I do like that for like story reasons, worn down items are a good thing. Everybody's been obviously pointing out on social media this iconic bed that we used to have back in the day. The Sims 4 Greenhouse Haven and Basement Treasure Kits will be available on April 20th, 2023. So basically it's available everywhere. And then there's the new update, which is live. And we love free updates because, again, this is not anything sinister. And I'm not worried about EA doing anything creepy or weird. We have Sim Sessions Becca Hatch. Then we go into new underwear options, which are really cool. I really, really like them, especially these ones. These are like, there used to be those sloggy underwear. That's what they looked like. And they were so comfortable. I don't have them anymore, but they used to be really comfortable. And more underwear, always a good idea. There's never enough underwear in The Sims 4. New ways to decorate, and this is the big one. I'm very excited about today's update, especially the new decor placement. So we can now place decorations on the sinks and on the bathtubs without, obviously, CC. So it's a quality, they call it a quality of life. I call it the meaning of life, to be able to put things down there. And there's some new color variants have been added to round out some of our basics from the towel storage rack, full and empty version. So that's also cool. I haven't seen the swatches. And then we have a bunch of bug fixes for growing together, like basically everything, because the game is not entirely like working the way that it should be. And here's the thing. Yeah, literally yesterday I posted a video about how this is a KITOCALYPSE because I'm worried that through their actions, EA is trying to replace CC or give players an option that is different to CC, which are kits. And that in itself is not a problem. I mean, competition is healthy. I'm just really, really scared that at some point they're going to turn around and they're going to say, well, we don't really need CC anymore, so we're going to get rid of it. If you want to find out more what I think about this and tell me if I've just been going a little bit wild, then I'll post that down below. I'm excited for these kits, but I'm easily excitable, okay? So I don't know. I'm curious how you guys feel. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video because that's what feeds the algorithm. And if you were thinking about subscribing, and you forgot, then I am reminding you right now to do this. Have a lovely, amazing, and wonderful day, evening, or night. Also, this Sunday at 9 p.m. I'm streaming again at 9 p.m. GMT +2. That's my time, but obviously if you go on Twitch and you can look at the schedule of what time that is for you. We are going to be playing The Sims. We are going to probably be building something. It's going to be awesome, and I hope to see you there.